What is up, my butter biscuits? Y'all, within today's video, we're going to be talking about Brad Pitt's ridiculous skincare line. And I'm just going to go ahead and say it. Y'all can cancel me. Y'all can ridicule me. Y'all can come at me. I really don't care because I'm just at the point to where I'm kind of like really fed up with the celebrity brands. I know I said it before, like, hey, anybody wants to make a brand, go ahead and make a brand. But I just feel like it's really, really getting to be way too much, especially with these price points. Wait until I get into the price points of this full collection here, y'all. And I'm just like, what is Brad Pitt thinking? Like, I feel like he's so out of touch with reality that this is just insane. Like, it's really just insane. Like, I saw those price points and my jaw dropped, y'all. I was like, oh my God. I literally had to pick my double chin up off my boobs. It was dropped that low. I was like, like, I get it. Brad Pitt's rich. I totally understand. He's worth millions and millions of dollars. But coming out with a skincare line, and then on top of that too, I'm just going to say it right off the bat, him calling it genderless. Like, what do you think you're doing there? Like, is there any other skincare brand out there that does have a gender? Like, I totally don't get it. I know a lot of guys are like set in the past and they feel like, oh, skincare is for women only, but every single skincare line out there is for men and women. Like, it is literally genderless already. So I feel like he thinks that he's doing something by calling it genderless, but it's like every other skincare line is genderless. Like, I saw this and I was just like, oh my gosh, like, I feel like at some point, people obviously need to like stop supporting this type of thing. So celebrities specifically stop coming out with this type of stuff, because I'm like, why is it that literally every single week a new celebrity is coming out with a skincare line or a beauty brand? And I'm like, it just really sucks, because in my personal opinion, I've said this before and I still stick by it. I said this years ago and I still stick by it. I'd rather have a dermatologist come out with a, skincare line. And I'm sure obviously his dermatologist tested. I'm sure that he obviously worked with a dermatologist. I totally get that. Obviously, he has all the resources to do so. However, I'm saying an actual dermatologist coming out with their own skincare line, I'd rather support that. I would rather support a makeup brand coming from a makeup influencer who has tried hundreds, if not thousands of products. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just trust that a little bit more. And I do really feel like a lot of celebrities are in it for the cash grab. And that's just my opinion. Okay. That's just my opinion. I'm not trying to gatekeep. Obviously, Brad Pitt, Angelina Jolie, anybody can come out with their own skincare line. That's totally fine. Who am I to stop that? But I still do have my opinions, and I'm still entitled to my opinions. You know what I'm saying? Because I just feel like this is way too much, especially with these price points. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, y'all, look at the climate of the world right now. Everyone and their mom is broke, and you're going to be coming out with like a $380 serum. Like, where are you living? Like, I just don't get it. And on top of that too, I feel like Americans in general, they like literally romanticize every single other language. Like, I look at this and I'm like, oh, he's gonna call it le domaine, you know, like, it's like, okay, like, what? Like, I don't know. If you guys have ever been to like France, if you guys have ever been to Italy, you guys know what I'm talking about. I feel like Americans make it so, you know, like they romanticize it. And I'm like, oh my gosh, Italian's so sexy. When an Italian's like, vaffanculo, you know, it's like, that's not sexy. They're actually telling you to F off. You know what I mean? Anyways, we're going to go and get into my thoughts and opinions about this whole skincare collection, because I got a lot of opinions about this. So if you guys are interested in hearing about Brad Pitt's new skincare line, Le Domaine, then of course, go ahead and keep on watching. Make sure you guys give this video a big thumbs up. Hit the thumbs up button, because it really does help me out and I would really appreciate that. Let's go ahead and get into it. I want to apologize right off the bat. There is so much reading. But in order for us to have a understanding of this brand and maybe understand why the price point is so high, I need to read a lot, because they have a whole like about section. And I'm telling y'all, this is literally like a Harry Potter novel right here. It is so long. I'm not going to read the full thing, but I'm going to read like 80% of it, because I do feel like it is important to know about the brand, especially when they have price points this high, because these price points got me so far effed up, honestly. So this is what it says right here. Le Domaine started with a series of encounters, all centered around a unique land farmed and protected by the Perrin family for 5 generations. Le Domaine is also a human tale punctuated with chance meetings. Brad Pitt, the owner of Chateau Marval, fell in love with the unique beauty of Provence. In 2012, he began exploring the treasures of the vineyard. He worked with the Perrin family to restore Marival, cultivating the estate's grapevines and building a strong partnership spurred on by the same desire to preserve Earth and its ecosystem, to safeguard the riches of our world for future generations. Le Domaine and its distinctive approach to skincare were a natural step for them both. I just want to go ahead and say this, because I know you guys really like doing your research on stuff. I have not looked this up whatsoever. But if Brad Pitt is so pressed about the environment, do you guys feel like he's not taking a private jet? Do you guys feel like he's flying flying private, I mean, commercial, because I highly doubt that. Like, I highly doubt that he's flying commercial. I could be wrong. You know, I could totally be wrong. Maybe he is flying commercial, but I don't know. I feel like with his like success, his fame, his wealth, I highly, highly doubt he's flying commercial. But like I said, I could be wrong. Please let me know about that. Because I feel like if he cares about the environment, you know, if he cares about the world, don't be flying private. Anyway, so this is a quote from Brad Pitt right here. The goal is to imitate the organic cycles of nature. It's oh my gosh, oh my god, I cannot read that. Primeval beauty. There is no waste in nature. Anything left over is discarded, becomes food for something else. This exemplary circular system is the inspiration for Le Domaine. And this is the science behind the brand right here. Professor Pierre-Louis Tesgeray from Bordeaux University has spent the last 10 years observing and studying numerous grape varietals, y'all. Do not come for me and my English. I am a high school dropout. Okay, so a lot of these words I do not know. And y'all know I said it time and time again, I feel like with luxurious brands or high-end brands, they want to use this like big old like vocabulary just to like make it seem like it's better than what it really is. That's just my humble opinion. Anyways, where did I go off? Varietals and combinations he has identified which have the most potent antioxidant effects to treat diseases. He specializes in the research files of grapes and wines, phenolic compounds, quality, sensory, psychological, food safety, and health of grape and wine, as well as winemaking and aging in the science of enology. Professor Pierre-Louis Tesgeray elaborated on Le Domaine and patent active compound called GSM10 with maximized antioxidative powers, redefining antioxidant efficiency in cosmetics. Patent deposited. So yeah, that's like all it right there with like the whole like science. This is the breakdown of the GSM10. It says at the core of Le Domaine skincare is the novel potent combination of exclusive active ingredients GSM10 and PRG3. Okay, like you see what I'm saying? It's just like a whole bunch of like, okay, we gotta like really oversell this brand. Why don't you have a breakdown of like what this does for the like skin? You know what I'm saying? Because reading this whole thing, and I read it before this video, I'm like, okay, like these are a whole lot of words, but you're not saying what this is doing for the skin. Like, I don't really get it. I will get into the whole like obviously list of the ingredients and stuff like that. But I'm just kind of like, okay, you're giving this whole full on explanation. Why don't you like say what it does for the skin? So anyways, it says right here also, I've skipped a big portion of this. I'm telling you guys, if you guys are really interested in hearing about this brand fully, oh my gosh, their about section is insane. It is so long. Anyways, a very strict blacklist. We carefully chose our ingredients and have established a very strict blacklist, excluding ingredients that are subject to controversy regarding the environment or the natural balance of the body. No conservatives such as parabens, I cannot say this word for the life of me, fentanyl, MIT, triclosan, chlorophycin, BHA, and BHT, no silicones, no microplastics, no mineral and synthetic oils, no animal or animal origin ingredients, no sulfated surfactants, no EDTA. Okay, I read this whole entire thing now, and I'm still sitting here like, what are we getting at here? Can we tell what it's doing for the skin, please? As somebody who is not really big on ingredients, like, look, I totally understand there's chemists probably out there reading the ingredient list or reading these things, and they're like, okay, this will do that for the skin, and this won't do that for the skin, and whatnot. But as a regular consumer who's reading this, I'm just kind of like, what? Like, what does any of this do? You know, like, I just don't really understand it. Here goes another quote right here from Brad Pitt. It says, it is about imitating nature's organic cycles, its original beauty. In nature, there is no concept of waste. Every discarded thing becomes nourishment for another. This is circulatory for Le Domaine. Like, isn't that similar to his last quote that I just read? Like, yeah, I said this before at my luxury brands. Like, I just feel like so many like luxury brands really want to oversell that price tag. They're like, oh my gosh, let's say this, this, and this, you know? And I'm just like, ugh. I want to say before we even get into this, a lot of these products, or probably them all, they have a original component and then they sell a refill. This has got to be the dumbest thing I've ever seen. Go ahead and look at the screenshot right here. You guys can see this serum, which by the way retails for $385, and the refill underneath it is $350. It literally just does not have the cap on top of it. When I saw this, I lost my mind. So you mean to tell me that this cap right here is $35 and that's just pretty much it, and you feel like you're saving the world just because of a cap? Y'all, you guys can literally just buy this serum refill straight up and just use it like that. You know what I mean? Like, why do you need that cap on there? Especially look at the cream refill, y'all. The cream, by the way, is $320, and then when you get the refill, it's $270. Like, if you're interested in getting this, save the $50 and just buy the cream refill. Why do you need that wooden top? Are you paying $50 for a wooden top? Like, when I saw this, you guys, I was like, what is he thinking? What are we doing here with the refills? Like, I just don't get it. Like, I look at this and I'm like, anybody who is interested in this can literally just buy the refill and that's fine. Like, this is not saving any type of plastic. It's literally the same, like, it's the same exact component. Just the whole difference is you have a cute little wooden topper on it. That's literally it. So I was just like, this is why I say I get a little fed up. I'm just kind of like, oh my gosh. Anyway, so let's go ahead and talk about the serum right here. I'm sure I'm not going to know any of these ingredients that are in it because they are just using a whole bunch of words that I don't know. But this is the serum right here, and it says that it's moisturizing and anti-aging with GSM-10. That's another thing right there. I literally just read to you guys the GSM-10, and where did it say what it does for the skin? Like, that's the thing. I'm an average consumer. I'm not a chemist. I have never worked in like a whole, you know, like lab, like learning what these things are. As an average consumer, like, why don't you say what these, you know, ingredients do for the skin? I don't really get it. Oh, I'm going to go ahead and read the key points right here. So it says 99% from natural origin, exclusive patent active compounds, proven results, dermatology tested, vegan, gender neutral. Gender neutral, as if every other serum is for a specific gender. Like, I just, oh my God. For all skin types, mostly recyclable, packaging made of paper from responsible FSC certified paper. Let's go ahead and get into the description right here, because maybe we'll finally learn about what some of these products do. The serum from Le Domain is made of science and terroir. It contains a very high concentration of GSM-10, 50% higher than the creams, and Pro-GR3, two exclusive patent active compounds that slow down the signs of aging. It is also formulated with hydrating and soothing grape water. It is enriched with 2 wine flower sister cells with complexion perfecting and skin beautifying effectiveness. It contains hyaluronic acid with wrinkle smoothing and moisturizing effects. Its ultra silky texture is well absorbed and leaves the skin intensely plumped. From the first use, the serum gives the skin a boost effect. The skin is unified, the skin texture refined. After 28 days of use, it has an anti-wrinkle, and a global anti-aging effect. Revitalized and protected the skin in smoother, firmer, and more beautiful. It regains its radiance and looks visibly younger. Okay, now, okay, am I just stupid? And yes, I know I am. Okay, so you guys don't need to answer that. But like, am I just on a whole new level of stupid? Like, when I read this, it's not making me want to spend $385. Do you know what I mean? Like, if I read like La Mer stuff and it has like a breakdown of the description and what it's going to do, and it's going to combat this, and it's going to help this, and you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, oh my God, like La Mer is very expensive. I want to spend that money on this. I'm just kind of like, okay, let's go ahead and get into the cream. The cream retails for $320, and that is 1.7 ounces. I'm so sorry, I forgot to tell you guys the ounces on the serum. The serum is 1 ounce. Oh my gosh, I can't, like, I don't know. Sometimes I feel like celebrities like are just so out of touch with reality. You know what I'm saying? Like, even let's say, for example, these ingredients were really expensive. Does the price point need to be that high? And on top of that, who are you selling it to? Like, all of his friends, maybe? I don't really know. Like, it's just so insanely high. Anyway, so this is the cream right here. It says moisturizing and anti-aging with GSM-10 and Pro-GR3. Once again, 1.7 ounces. So let's go ahead and read the description. I'm going to skip over the key points because I just feel like it's just the same thing. The cream from Le Domain is made of science and I cannot say that word. Terroir. It contains a high concentration of GSM-10 and Pro-GR3. It's so crazy because I literally read that, but I still don't have an understanding of what those two things that they are, like, you know, patent pending, what they really do for the skin. Anyways, 2 exclusive patent active compounds that slow down the sign of skin's aging. It is also formulated with moisturizing and soothing grape water. This is pretty much like the same exact description as the serum, but let me go ahead and continue reading it. Nourishing organic olive oil and shea butter, as well as, I cannot say this, Ayurvedic plant extract to combat the appearance of tiredness and deliver guaranteed comfort. It has a silky whipped texture that leaves the skin soft and comfortable throughout the day. It moisturizes perfectly the skin. Wait, that is so weird. It moisturizes perfectly the skin. Maybe that just, I don't know, it's probably a proper type of English that I'm not used to. Nourishes it intensely and protects it for a suppler and smoother skin and a rested looking face. Looking more dense and regenerated, the skin is plumped and regains its radiance and glow. Okay, maybe I'm just expecting a whole lot, but you guys know how I am. Like, I feel like when I see a product that is so insanely priced, I have high expectations. I feel like that's only normal, especially coming from somebody like me who is broke. Like, when I see something that, like, with a steep price tag, I want to know why I'm going to pay this. And I don't know, maybe it's just me, but I am reading these descriptions and I'm just kind of like, okay, you do what every other moisturizer does. There is no reason why this moisturizer doesn't compare to like Jeffree Star Skin Banana Moisturizer. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like there is nothing in this that is justifying the $320 price tag. Maybe I'm expecting too much. You guys can keep it real with me and let me know, but I'm just like, I just don't get it. Let's go ahead and talk about this other product right here that it says right here that is not available until January. This is the fluid cream, and this retails for $310 US. So this is for 1.7 ounces. Oh, actually, it doesn't even have any type of description on that. But yeah, that's what that is. I guess in January we'll talk about it again. And then we have the $80, the Cleansing Emulsion. These prices, y'all, I just can't. This is for 3.38 fluid ounces. And this, go ahead and read the description right here. It says the cleansing emulsion from Le Domaine is made of science and terroir. I still can't pronounce that word. I probably should have looked up how to pronounce it. I'm so sorry, but y'all know I'm a little slow. Look, if you guys want somebody that's like real professional, knows all the ingredients, oh my gosh, go on TikTok, because there are so many chemists on there that break everything down. I'm sorry, I'm not one of those people. I know hyaluronic acid. I know what niacinamide is. Like, you know what I mean? Like retinol, tretinoin, like I know those things. I don't know these things. One exclusive patent active compound that slows down the signs of skin aging. It is formulated with hydrating and soothing grape water. So everything has grape water in it. Which, I don't know, it just leads me to believe, like, say, for example, if this grape water is so effective, like, can't you, like, okay, like, I probably sound so stupid and ignorant right now, but can't you just go, like, get some grapes and, like, smash them up, put it in water, and then, like, filter it out, and then put it on your skin, put it in a little spritzer bottle and spray it on? Like, I don't know, maybe, like, I don't know. I guess I'm just a little bit dumb with these types of things, and I'm just like, why are you pushing this grape water so much? Like, it seems really easy and cheap to make grape water, in my opinion. But what do I know? Anyways, and enriched with moisturizing and nourishing active ingredients, such as what? It doesn't even say. It contains no sulfated surfactants. Oh my God. Its airy and smooth texture, very finely foaming, gently cleanse the face and washes away impurities, detoxifying the skin and leaving it perfectly clear and fresh. The skin is respected. Hydrated and supple. It regains its radiance and beauty. I want to know what the skin is respected means. Like, are other cleansers disrespectful? Maybe that's like another way of saying like it's not harsh. It's not like abrasive. Maybe that's what it means. The skin is respected. Next time I'm washing my face, I swear I'm going to be using my La Roche-Posay and I'm like, you better respect my skin. I swear I'm going to get into it like that. So anyways, these are the refills right here. This is all he is dropping as of now. I'm sure he will be coming out with more products. But honestly, you guys, in my opinion, look, I totally know that I am not a chemist. I totally know that I have not worked in labs. I am not a dermatologist. I have never like worked with a dermatologist. So maybe, I don't know, maybe I'm just dumb. But when I read this, I feel like you obviously want to be able to sell your brand to an average consumer. Everyone out there, let's just say the majority of people out there are not a dermatologist. The majority of people are not chemists. They are not going to know what these things are. So I feel like this brand, first of all, they are just really lengthening this thing and like overselling it without even saying what these like things do for the skin. Like, say how this ingredient works. Say how this is going to break down in your skin and it's going to stop this or it's going to prevent this. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like as an average consumer, I don't know a damn thing about this brand. I really don't. Like these grape water things, like I don't really get it. You know what I'm saying? And on top of that too, what is justifying this price point? Like, I just don't get it. And then on top of that too, being that, oh, like it's refillable, like no, it just has a wooden top. You guys can see right there, the wooden top comes off and you just put the wooden top back back on the other thing, but it's literally the same amount of plastic. Like, that's the thing that gets to me. I'm like, what? Like, I could totally understand, say for example, hear me out on this. If you guys have like, you know, a moisturizer, like the Charlotte Tilbury one. Oh my gosh, that's a perfect example, right? The Charlotte Tilbury one, if you guys have that one, you guys know what I'm talking about. They sell a refill for it. You guys have the jar, right? And then you get a very thin plastic refill and you just put it in the jar. Like, that is saving so much plastic, yet people don't rave about that. This right here is not saving any plastic. You're literally just taking that wood top and putting it back onto another plastic bottle that has just as much plastic. Like, I'm not really getting it. I'm really not. And I feel like this is where celebrities kind of like grind my gears a little bit, because they're overselling this by saying like, oh my gosh, this is recyclable. Well, yeah, technically it may be recyclable, but it's still using just as much plastic. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's where I just don't get it. And on top of like, you know, we're talking about overselling, calling a skincare line genderless to me is so ignorant. Like, it really is. Like, I'm so sorry, but when I read that, oh, he's coming out with a genderless skincare line, I am so sorry. Maybe I am just so dumb, but every other skincare that I use, I didn't know it had a gender. I really didn't. Like, I'm sorry. I thought La Roche-Posay was for everyone. I didn't know that it was just for women, or I didn't know it was just for a man. I thought it was for everyone. I don't know. I'm frustrated with this, you guys. I am so sorry, but I'm just like, your price points are way up there. Your recyclable is not recyclable, and your genderless is very ignorant, in my opinion. But anyways, that's my 2 cents on his skincare brand. I will not be supporting 100%. I'm so sorry, but this is just, it's so out of touch with reality, and I really do feel like he is using any type of like key selling point to get people to talk about it, as far as it being recyclable and it being genderless, and I just feel like that is so ignorant, and that's just my opinion. But make sure you guys let me know your thoughts and opinions about everything, and I'll catch you guys in my next video. Peace out, Girl Scout.